Well, when protesters throw food at a priceless painting and glue themselves to walls and roads, what are they really trying to achieve? It seems unlikely that they want governments and business leaders to hear their concerns about the environment, given that this strategy has never worked in the past. No, it's obvious that what these shrieking protesters really seek is just a bit of attention. It's no coincidence that, sadly, they look like kids from broken families who got picked last for sporting teams at school. We should sympathise with their need to add a little meaning to their lives, but it'd help if they chose one of the countless and more productive other ways to do so. What is less obvious are the nefarious forces behind these kids. Who are they, and what do they want? My next guest, Alexandra Marshall of the Spectator Australia magazine, has some of the answers. Alexandra, welcome.
It's very nice to be here with you today, Fred.
Alexandra, hardly a week goes by without some alienated kid with blue hair gluing him or herself to a famous painting and yelling about the end of the world into a camera being held by a collaborator, which invariably winds up on news platforms around the world. Getting that kind of media coverage would normally cost millions of dollars. But Alexandra, is there something more sinister happening here? Well,
first of all, if we wanted to stop teenagers coming into close proximity with priceless works of art, it'd be very easy to stop it. All you have to do is arrest them and send them to jail, and then the virtue signalling is a little bit less appealing, with a 5-year jail sentence on the end. But basically, because they're not being stopped, we have to ask ourselves, why are they being allowed to continue, and who is facilitating this kind of movement? Now, it is a well-funded collection of various climate groups, all of which are inciting teenagers to commit crimes in the name of lifting the profile of climate change. That's quite a serious thing to understand, and these groups keep growing and then collapsing and coming back again, which hides their finances and sort of it makes it difficult to find out where they're coming from. Now, they're all funded by billionaires, CEOs, mining corporations and bureaucratic leaders. So why could they possibly want to do that, Fred? And the answer would probably be because they want to pressure politicians into changing their policies to help people share portfolios along the way.
Well, that's quite a conspiracy theory. What sort of evidence have you got of these nefarious characters?
Well, for a start, the financiers who we know donate to these causes are investors in renewables technology or do have interests in various carbon-friendly things. These are carbon sinks, the lovely lab-grown meat food, pieces like that. They all have these financial interests that benefit from a net zero carbon policy future. And to get rid of competition, the market competition, which is better than their products, well, you get a few teenagers to go down and throw soup over a Van Gogh or stick themselves to a piece of tarmac, and suddenly politicians feel like they need to do something, Fred, or these teenagers are going to have mental breakdowns.
I think they were going to have them anyway. But the other point in this triangle is the court system. Are they in on this scam as well? Why are they letting these kids off all the time?
Well, there's two reasons. One, our court system is ridiculous. They've been in this whole trend for a while, or a groove where, you don't really punish people because punishing people is bad. You should forgive them and let them go on, which is why we've got crime up to here. The other thing is a lot of them are woke judges. So they themselves are like the rest of the bureaucracy, where they have a few little interests on the side and they let this whole thing play out as to the detriment of society. I mean, how can more than one oil protester with blue hair or red hair walk into a gallery carrying soup or whatever and not be stopped? I saw the guards walking past just like, well, we'll just leave them here, shall we?
It was clear from the start that those kids were going to do something, but they got away with it.
If you did it, Fred, you would have been handcuffed to one of the side things and dragged out, and we'd never, ever see you again. You'd be doing this from a little 4x4 prison cell.